We're live, everyone. We're live, baby.
Is there anywhere I can mute?
boy.
Is there anywhere I can mute myself?
Mute yourself. Why? You're fine.
All good.
We can't hear like twice or anything. You sound fine, bro. Hello,
Sure,
everyone.
sure.
Welcome to the Clash stream. Bro Dizzle's just having an existential crisis trying to figure out his microphone. But that's par for the course at this rate. Welcome. WAClashRoundUp stream. It's a little bit late, but I got pretty tied up with other stuff, active tag stuff in particular. But we're here now. Better late than never. The music's really loud. Oh my days. That's a bit better. Cool. In classic fashion, I forgot to change the title. It's fixed now. So before anyone else tells me to do it, it's fixed now. Well, joining me today for the Roundup stream, we have Pug Salad. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Amazing. And we have Gaza.
Hello.
Hello. Bro Dizzle, is your mic working? You good, bro?
Hello. Testing. I think
Amazing.
I'm good.
You sound amazing. And Mr. Plank, what's going on, bro?
Hello. Yeah, pretty good.
OMG. Right. So just to kind of talk through how this stream's gonna go. It's a roundup stream, which is like a new thing I've been doing, where instead of going through the teams from like bottom to top systematically and everyone says something about them, and just make stuff up half the time because we don't know. Instead, it's more of like the boys are sat back, at a couch reminiscing about the tournament, maybe with a bevy in hand, maybe not, because you forgot it was Good Friday today and you didn't get any. But big rip. It's okay. Who wants to get us started? WA Clash. How was it? I've only been hearing good things. So someone tell us
Gaza,
about your
take it away.
experience. Yeah, Gaza, obviously, you're probably a good start as the side up, your kind of first tournament at your site. So yeah, what's your feeling about the whole event?
Yeah, it feels kind of weird for me to be like reviewing my own comp. I feel like I'm mostly just here for context, but it was good. We had no major complaints, no major injuries. Seemed like everybody had fun. I was talking to everybody I could, just kind of making sure they're enjoying themselves and everyone kind of understands what's happening and how to laser force and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it went pretty good. No major injuries, which is always
some
good.
Some of the forms, like submission forms that got back through.
Yeah, so we put out like a feedback form, and we had, I think, pretty much all the interstaters filled it out, except maybe one or two. And I had a bunch of WA people as well, and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. There's definitely things we can like improve on, things with the format, things with the maze, some of the scheduling stuff. But like everybody seemed to have fun. Everyone has been like asking when the next one is, so much so that we've like set a date for the next one, and we've like already got interstaters signing up.
Team already too ahead.
There's already a
There's already a team signed up.
That's crazy.
The last one was 2 weeks ago. So
What is the date?
3 weeks ago. It's the 5th to the 7th of December. So right at the start of December.
Sure.
We're gonna do another one. But yeah.
Any like improvements that you got set for Clash 2?
So we're gonna look into a bunch of the format stuff. So things like the like muzzle flash when you shoot, like phaser flashes white.
Muzzle flash.
Yeah, it's something we like. Pretty much, it's just, like what we didn't even realize it was a thing. Like literally, all the interstaters came over and they're just like, yeah. So when you shoot, I feel like I've died because when you get shot in the sensor, it like flashes white. But when you shoot your gun, it also flashes white. So there's a lot of like, you'd be trading shots with someone behind a panel, see their gun flash white, and assume you've killed them, and then just like step out and die because they're still alive. And it's something that like we just didn't even realize was there because we're so used to it being there. And like literally this training just gone on Sunday, I turned it off without telling anyone. And then at the end of the night, I was like, so did you all notice there was no muzzle flash? And people were like, wait, there's muzzle flash?
Yeah.
So
It's cool that there's something. So that's something you could just turn off, hey?
we'll just play with it off.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like a intensity slider. 'Cause I was worried, like, yeah, like the turning the IR up, I think we'll probably do, because the IR settings we play on, they're like very, very not sensitive. Like you have to really hit people in the sensor,
Sure.
which is it's a bit unintuitive for H-Pro natives, I think, and leads to a lot of like frustration with.
How
that
does it
sort of
compare
stuff.
to Helios 2?
Even amongst our own players, like it's probably like slightly more accurate than Helios 2, but still, like, you know, you've got to hit them in the sensor. If you shoot people dead in the middle of the sensor, sometimes they won't die, like that sort of stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, it's very like it's good because the dodging is very fun and very doable. But it can be frustrating when you're just like shooting a guy in the back and he's not dying, and you're like, I'm there, like it's a skill issue. You know,
You can play the same way with like H2 as well, where you can just like lunge someone with your back to them.
Crazy.
They don't do the back center.
yeah, there's a decent amount of that going on,
Yeah.
butt lunging people and like just kind of
There's a lot of,
waddling at them.
like butt scooting. Like you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
90
butt
degrees
scooting at
and then just like fall backwards to the
Bro,
little thing and just
Those
drag
the
it.
ones, there's like the one spot if you're lefty and like backdoor red, you just like get in every time doing that. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's also because you cover. So
No.
like,
That's streaming.
Blank's pretty good at it, yeah, because he covers. But other than that, it's
Unable to cover on Gen 7. It's not awesome.
oh yeah, so true. Just hit people behind walls.
What else? I had a list of things we're looking at changing. The reffing
any maze
schedule was
changes?
bad. We'll definitely be changing the maze between now and then. How much is yet to be seen. Because like I would kind of like to just keep going around the maze, innovating on the bases. Because we kind of like we did red first, and then we did yellow, and then we just like made a new blue base. And I'd like to like go back to red, and we'll just keep going around in a circle forever. So whether or not we like completely strip it out and put a new red base in, or like just kind of change around like the panels outside the doors, or like something like that. We'll see. Depends how
Well,
much time I've got.
Pug.
Surely we just put Aubrey red base in.
That's what we were gonna do for the new blue. We were just gonna slap Albury blue in there, and then people were like, no, we'll make our own. And I think the one we've got is pretty good. The outside still is a bit awkward, but the actual like base internals itself and the doors and stuff all plays really well, I think. At least in my opinion.
Pug, what do you think are some like good ideas for changing red?
Oh,
What are some good ideas,
changing
Bug?
red? Oh, I don't know. The sweep at red it felt really, really strong for defenders usually, because like you can sit at backdoor in this little like crevice sort of. I don't know how to explain it. In this crevice sort of thing, cover the whole thing. They'll have to come to you, but they'll like, get exposed anyway and get shot. And then you just move out of that area, move a few steps, shoot the pin on front door. So it might need to be longer, but it just felt
it's
really
pretty oppressive.
stupid broken. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of spots you can stand. Well, I say a lot. There's like 3 spots you can stand where you can see both doors, and any sweep that's like that can be really oppressive in the wrong circumstances.
I find it's really good for attackers though, as well.
Yeah, it's really fun to attack.
Well, it's really good for getting in the base because you can, you know, kill your guy on your door and then go to sweep, shoot the other guy, and then kind of double stack the base. But I feel like a big crux of the problem is that there's nowhere like safe for defenders to stand. Like you're just kind of there's nowhere really you can stand where you can't be seen by a guy showing up in sweep. At least nowhere like that you can also see the doors. So
it kind of forces you to play like mid more as a defender. Right?
Yeah, you have to be really brawling as a defender. There's no real safe place to sort of be and wait for people to come up to you. You have to really be actively like looking for people, I guess.
From red, I feel like it's really good from like other like yellow and blue to just like snipe in from the dumbest angles. It's really weird.
That too. Yeah. And again, same reason. There's no like safe place to be around the doors, so you can get sniped from a lot of places. So So yeah, we might look into changing the externals of red, because the internals aren't too bad. At least I don't think they're that bad. It's just the external door play that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Pug, I think something like, I think your opinion is something that everyone's going to be pretty keen to hear as a zone player. Like you play H Pro all the time. How was the transition to playing Laser Force? Obviously with like the zone settings and everything that they can turn on and stuff. But like, what was that transition like for you and maybe like some of the other interstators, if you have some insight for that too?
I really, really enjoyed it a lot. I didn't think I was, because at the start we were sort of doing timing practice, and I was saying I was getting it. I was not getting that shit. It was so rough. But I think throughout the comp, towards like the mid, maybe the end, I was sort of getting the timing down pat, and I thought it was like really smooth and nice. And then having to dodge for something, or having to dodge more, I thought was really, really good, because like you can just sit on someone with H Pro and just shoot, and they'll just die because the cone is so big. But yeah, I like throwing my body around, so it's kind of good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just like a different dodge. Like you dodge more like straight up like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
This here instead of like here.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's pretty fun.
And
like
what
a
was
Laser
the?
Force,
Oh yeah, you go, bro. You go, Brady.
No, good. No, it's fine.
go.
As a Laser Force native, I find it really like intuitive to dodge on here. While on H Pro and H2, it's not my native like system, but I find it really hard to dodge because like it's a lot more sensitive than what we use on Laser Force. So I kind of just haven't figured it out yet. I feel like the shoulders are so sensitive.
Yeah, as someone that loves dodging, and now, especially now that I've moved to Queensland, I don't even bother anymore, bro. It's just wasted energy. It's almost wasted energy. Like, you do like maybe a little like, it's not worth doing some big extravagant thing because you're probably just going to get shot for it anyway. And it's like, your attention's better spent on just focusing on the timing or literally anything else. So yeah, I've had something of a rebirth basically, figuring that out. But yeah, no, I think I don't know. I think it's really fun when the IRs turn down a bit. So when I went to the US Nationals, for instance, that was on Helios too, but they also turned the IR down. So it was like it was a crazy combination because like the Americans, they just love that brawling. Like both people do like a really sick dodge and then they like try and shoot each other and they're like, it's a whole thing. And when I was playing in the US, it was like super fun. Like if you watched any of the US nats and you're looking at just the base camera footage, like normally, especially on like H Pro or something, and especially on our settings with no stuns, like someone lunges in, they shoot the last line, and then that's the end of it. But like when you play with like really like low IR, the person lunges in, shoots, misses, goes like, oh fuck, they like dodge, shoot, dodge, shoot, and it's just like an absolute chaotic mess, but it's like really fun and it's really cool to watch as well. So yeah, I'm more on the side of making the IR like weaker and stuff. So I'd be really keen. If I can, I'll absolutely come to the next WA Clash run to experience it for myself. But yeah. And in terms of the timing, Pug, like how would you compare it? Because obviously, I mean, the up sound and everything is going to be different as well, right? But how did the timing feel compared to like H Pro or even H2?
I thought it was pretty similar. Like there were a few things obviously a bit different with it. The up sound was, it was just like a and that was sort of it. Which you have to get close sort of to hear it.
It's a really short sound. It's only like 200 ms or something.
It's nothing,
but, like,
nothing too big.
We still play with like the 400 ms from sound start to react, like Helios. So like the sound plays, and then there's time where there's nothing, and then you react, which is a bit weird. But like, if you imagine in your head a H Pro React sound, then it's fine.
Right. So it's like the time from the start of your sound to when you actually react is about the same as what it is on H Pro. Right.
Yeah.
Sure. You just
But the
imagine
actual
in your
sound
head.
itself is shorter.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
can't you like change the sound cards out too, so you can have like some random ass sound for?
Yeah, I
think
haven't
it was
actually
just-
tested if that works. If we can just
Yeah.
like put our own sounds in and name them the same thing and see if the pack will just play them, which it should really. But I haven't tested to see if that works. So we might be able to do that, but I don't think it's that important.
Yeah,
It's also a ball ache because you have to literally pull the SD card out of every pack,
Yeah.
which takes forever.
Because it's the same as like a system update, right?
Well, the system update, like, that only takes like 15 minutes because you're literally just downloading a file and installing the software. But like, you have to pull the SD card out of every pack. You have to like open the front of the pack and pull the SD card off the motherboard and like plug it into an SD card reader and update the thing and then put it back in the pack. And we've got 52 packs, so it takes
tedious
like
work.
4 hours. Yeah, because I did it recently because the latest Laser Force update had a new sound files, and yeah, it literally took me 3.5, 4 hours to do all of them.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of the packs, Pug, what's your impression of the phaser shape? Because that's obviously something that's very different as well.
The smaller the better. H Pro's too clunky, too chunky. Like
Clunky,
that
chunky.
phaser is just it's great. It's perfect. Like
comparison.
oh there you go. Good comparison.
Crazy.
there.
It's ridiculous. You've asked the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Well, like,
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was just so nice and compact to like hold, and we had to hold it a funny way because you have to cover the sensors on the top, so you had to like cup it like that and then hold. Well, I held underneath when I was shooting, so it'd be I don't know how to sort of show it, but yeah, like that, exactly like that.
Yeah.
So the sensor's on the top.
There's like
Well, like
two,
a sort of,
like here and here
Yeah, right.
on the side. So like
so you're
if
sort of
you
like gripping it. Yeah.
if you put your hand over there, then I can't see. They can't.
Oh, it's got a board in it.
Yeah.
It's the like little purple things. So you can see they're like mostly on the top and then like down the sides. So kind of anywhere in like the top section of the phaser, you'll get shot. So you have to hold it like on the top, like you would a H Pro one. But then like the front of the gun has these like weird divots in it. So if you just like hold it like this, then you can be shot through the gaps. But if you have to like squish your thumb in, which is kind of annoying. You have to hold it in like a very specific.
Yeah, I
like,
saw some funky
squish your
handholds
thumb,
when I like
squish your
briefly tuned in.
Do that sort of thing. Because if you just leave it like open, then you'll get shot through the gaps.
Yeah.
So you have to like squish your palm in.
I mean, theoretically, that's like
it's
the
more
best way to
specific
hold
than
it.
H Pro. Yeah.
But cool people like me like just hold like double L's.
Yeah, you can also just like not worry about like covering the sensors, but and like a normal pro pack or anything, right? You just be like faster.
You got
going in and
shot
out
pretty
of panels.
easily though. Like I was playing it normally for our training games, and I was being like railed. Like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, because everyone at
It's good
WA
for
does it,
learning,
right?
It's good for learning phaser discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's definitely people that like top level people that don't really cover their phaser. Like Commander Snake doesn't really. People like Flash. Flash doesn't really cover his phaser. He's just better with the phaser discipline.
Is he top on PK?
Maybe he's kind of washed, but like he used to be pretty good. Like 10 years ago when we first got Gen 7, he was still like best
You can-
second best.
You can definitely get away with not doing it. You just have to be like way faster with your pops behind panels and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the way I hold like blue is like out like this, so like this isn't actually covered, but
Right.
be faster.
Is there much with all of that being said, is there much switch holding? Is it like people are more like turning to face? Yeah, switch holds. People still using those things.
Yeah, there's switch holds.
You can
Yeah.
go like inside.
Yeah.
Depends on where you are.
You do a bit of both, I think. Like I do a bit of both. People like so like Snake, who never really covers his face, so will just run around in a crossover hold.
Sure, yeah.
Like that sort of stuff. But there's a time and a place for both of them. If you're trying to like really hold a panel, you'll see people like doing like shooting righty and then just like going high hold to go the other way. But you'll also see them like doing a crossover. There's a bit of both.
Could not hold high. Holding high was actually so bad because it's because they're poking up. I just hold like that, but I'm being shot through here. It's no good. So I ended up just like flipping my phaser, and I was shooting behind me instead of going like a reverse hold low, because if I was low, they're still shooting my shoulders. So it was like a flip, just shoot back and tuck my shoulder in instead. And
The
peek my head
high elves are really fucking good, but you do it slightly differently to like Helios, right? So it's like the initial like learning curve of it, but
it's a similar theory, but like where you put your arm is different.
Yeah, the
so,
easiest
on
way
H
to like
Pro, you've
explain
got,
it is
get
follow
close to
the
the
phaser
panel.
of the elf. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like on Laser Force, you just like stick it out a bit more, and like so you're like biceps blocking your shoulder.
Fucking
sensor.
guns
I
are
think you just do that
blocking it,
rather than
mate.
this.
Show them off,
Oh,
man.
hey.
Show them off. Holy. Amazing.
It's true. You gotta have big guns to be a good laser tag player. Very important.
True. That's why.
Or
for
fat
me personally,
high
it's
hold.
like
That
the
shit was
holds. The holds for me personally aren't like too different from H2. Like depending on like compared to like holding it here instead of like here, it's like pretty much the same.
Sure.
I think.
I feel like H2 you could get away with holding it like a H Pro phaser though, because there's not like I felt like I had to adapt to the force phasers like a lot, which is still the fun part about it. But yeah,
It's just because the covering like high hold is so specific, but because of the weird gun shape at the top.
Yeah, you have to hold like
Whereas
that.
like H2, you have a lot more freedom in terms of like what your palm's doing.
Sure. Fucking bazooka hold. That's what that is, bro.
Yeah, I mean you're like high hold like that, but you need to keep this like vertical too. If it's like side on, you'll get shot here or here. So it's like keeping it like that.
Yeah,
And
right.
then also your shoulder not being like, shoulder being covered.
Mad Dog things, that is. Yeah, right. Plank Brodizzle. What about yourselves? What was it like versing these interstate players that have never really touched Laser Force before? And I don't know, anything else that really comes to mind?
So cool. So fantastic. I was really excited for Clash, so I could learn from them. Like, one thing in particular that they did that no one does around here is, like, running at people with their asses in the face. Watching Dart and Lilbo play, that's all they did, especially at red base. They'd creep in, walking like this at someone, and just bang. It was every time. I mean, it's fun to watch. Yeah, I think that's it.
Did the back sensors?
Chaz.
We're obviously saying that they weren't like the IR was pretty tuned down, but is that the difficulty shooting people? Is that kind of exemplified if they go horizontal, like shooting into the bottom of the sensor? Is that a thing?
So there's like
really.
2 sensors in the back, isn't there? So it just makes it
Yeah.
inherently weaker.
And they point downwards too. Like they point like diagonally downwards. So shooting people in the top of the back sensor doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right.
But shooting them in the bottom of the back sensor does. So like when you try and butt lunge people like that, you're literally just like, I'm pointing my IR at you. Like, yeah, I don't know. I've never really had a problem shooting people who are trying to butt lunge me.
It's most of the low holds.
Future.
Personally,
Hey,
it's way better to lunge like side on and like if you tilt your shoulders up, like they can't shoot.
And just cover like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tip your shoulder up and then like wiggle sideways and try and sort of not get
True.
shot in the front or back when they try and shoot your front or back.
Yeah, I guess that
Feels
makes
good.
sense. That makes sense because on like zone systems, the shoulders are in the front, so when people come in, they're more like they're rotating like forwards rather than having to like tip it back. That's interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's probably more exemplified, but like you can literally hold like remove all the sensors from the side, just being like that.
Guys, you get
And then you
a
lunge
pack
like
right
that.
there. Show on the camera.
Put it on.
Put on your kit, mate.
I don't know if it goes on over my head.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
Part of what we're
Oh
drinking.
wow, it's
I brought
Hugs
it back
on the
with
one
me.
line.
Ah,
196.
Suntories.
classic.
Yeah, stand up, guys.
So it's like that.
He can't
Do
stand
it.
up. He's not wearing
Do it.
pants,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Oh, damn, my bad.
We spoke about this.
The like chest sits really high up as well. That's something we haven't really mentioned, but like a
True.
H Pro vest, the chest sense is like here.
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
you
and the
like-
gun's on the front as well. I forgot about that.
Just like
Yeah.
tip this way, and then you can't see my shoulder anymore.
interesting.
And then I just like try and get you to shoot the wrong one.
That looks so funny.
Clip that shit. How to play
That's peak
Laser
male
Force.
performance right there.
That's
all I do.
awesome. What difference do we feel like the phaser coming out of the front makes a huge difference? Because obviously, zone systems, they used to do that, like Infusion and like before that, it used to come out the front with a bloody like a telephone cable, basically. Yeah, do we feel it makes a
That's
big
exactly
difference?
what it is.
Not really.
Better.
It was just
I
like
know.
the cord was annoying, but apart from that, it was fine.
For
You
us
prefer
going
that?
over to like zone, it feels like there's way less resistance on force, but like we're used to the cable being there, I guess, right?
Yeah. Is it like a stiff
Yeah,
cable?
I find
Like,
it better.
can you actually
Like,
feel it, or is
nah.
it just there?
No, you can't feel it at all, really. I don't think compared
If you have really
to zone
long
at
arms,
least.
you might. I don't know, Pug. Do you ever run into issues with like where you're like trying to extend really far and the cables
Nah,
too?
it was fine. It was actually,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Because I know like I've heard stories about H Pro sites having to like extend their cables, like Launton and stuff, because Wax is too tall,
Yeah.
and like, they have to like get custom made cables in. But like I know of people who have had issues with like H Pro stuff, like with the cable out the back when they're trying to like swap handholds. Like people who go from righty to lefty will be like, now the cable's in the way when I swap to left-handed because it's not gone the right way around my body.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you just don't have that problem if it's coming out the front. You instead have the problem where when you're like high holding, sometimes the cable's whacking you in the face. But that doesn't happen a lot.
If you play it enough, like you just forget about it, really. Like
Yeah.
subconscious, right?
Yeah, sure.
That'll be it.
I think. Snake
Well,
is
other
right
than
there.
what's about the zone cables being annoying?
Yeah. I don't know. Like from the back, it's so bad. I have a. No.
Maybe
Like,
there's
so
just
before,
more
it just gets
problems.
annoying. Yeah.
Just like
From the
more
back,
resistance,
Just all
right?
around.
Surely the front is more. I don't know. From the
Like,
back.
you're so much more used to it having on the back,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like
Right.
on the front
I
where
prefer
your
on the
gun
front,
goes, though, right? Like your gun is in front of you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why
I
does
don't
your
feel that
cable
as
have
much.
to come around? I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's because it's
So,
potato,
No, just where the
potato,
force
maybe.
backs
But
backwards, the same thing.
sure
Yeah.
enough.
Mm.
Has anyone
I've
done
been
that?
saying like in training we should like flip them like reverse.
We should.
I tried it once, but the guys told me off because it was some league game.
Yeah,
but
because
like,
the chest plate has like 6 IR sensors and the back only has 2. So like swapping it around, there's like actually a noticeable difference in how much you'll get shot. But like
Sure.
if everyone does it, then it's fine. Like, and we should do that. We should actually do that on Sunday when we do teams training. Make people wear their packs backwards.
I think our cables are
mad.
shorter though than zone packs, so it might not work.
It might not.
Because
We can
I
try
can't
it, though.
fully extend while it's from the back.
Too tall. Unlucky.
yeah, because like the chest sensor and the back sensor are also the same on Force 2, right? So like, it's just the amount of IRs in both. Different.
Yeah, they're the same shape, but they're like, and it's the same feel. So you wouldn't feel it any different other than the cable. coming out
It
the
does
back,
feel a
but-
bit different, like where the shoulders are. It feels a bit more like backwards.
Yeah, for sure. Fair enough.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Well, other than the butt scooting, bro Dizzle, what else was there anything else that really stood out with these bloody foreigners coming around and playing on Laser Force, or anyone else as well?
Yeah, blank. Your turn.
Oh, that's good. I enjoyed like both Pug and Noodle got really fucking good, hella quick. So that was good to see. Like we came
We got
in like
carried hella quick, is what happened.
no. Like we went in after like day 2, after day 1 of the comp, and we did like some like little AVDs with like me and Riley, and they like the amount they improved like from not picking it up to like day 2 was like insane. They could
Yeah.
like like already.
Okay, but at the
bringing
start of those AVDs, it was a 2v1 with Jackson and I versus Plank, and we got rolled. Like we were getting a shit handed to us.
No, yeah, but that's like home system, you know. You can't be like, you know.
I don't know. It's kind of funny.
It was good. It was interesting seeing like everyone over east from like the start of the comp with kind of working stuff out, and then towards the end on like finals and stuff, like people actually like implementing the stuff they learned. So yeah, that was cool. Once people got the hang of like where the shoulders are and like how to lunge properly and like that kind of like finesse stuff, it was really fun to see. So, yeah.
Yeah, sick.
From
Well,
my perspective,
Yep.
Pog and Noodle, like their dodging goes hand in hand with like the Laser Force packs, from what I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they do a lot of, like a lot of the cock stuff. Like they just like fling it forward.
With the hump dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
Actually great.
the air humps go crazy.
You have the perfect force dodge build actually, with like
That's
your
crazy.
guys' body shapes.
Just skinny.
Slender.
Yeah, legit.
Anorexic.
Yeah, dude, I fucking the,
I
the,
mean,
the,
also
the
being
cock
fat
block
is really
dodge
good
is
on Laser
awesome.
Force as well.
Yeah,
What's that?
for sure.
Being fat on Laser Force is really good because you can frame better.
I mean, being fat on any laser tag system is really good, really. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but because like you can just go like that and like in a corner, it's impossible to shoot you, especially from green box.
Yeah, there's
And
a
red.
decent amount of like once you reach a certain width, you can just kind of like turn sideways, tip
Certain
backwards,
width?
and just like people will look at you like dead on, and you're like against the wall, just leaning backwards, and they're like, "Why can't I kill? I can see
Yeah.
all of you." Like,
You have to like lunge to the side and get like the angle around.
yeah,
But if it's like dead on, you can't shoot.
Or just be really tall and just get the shoulder.
that too.
But that's
It's
usually not the
very funny
case.
Watching people try and shoot you though.
But yeah, because like on certain panels there'll be like a lip of wood, just a 2x4 stuck to the end of it. Guys, how do you explain it? Like there's a
So,
face,
like all of our
and a
panels are they're like a wooden frame with a faceplate on them, and like a lot of more modern arenas, they have a faceplate on both sides. So like Sunny Coast is like that, where it's still a frame, but it just has a faceplate on both sides. Whereas ours only has the faceplate on one side. So on one side of all the panels, there's like a 2x4 sized like lip on the edge of the panel that you can tuck your back sensor into, or your chest sensor, or whatever. And then depending on which side of the panel you're on, you've got like more of an advantage, like paneling, which is like, it's interesting, and it means you can do funny things like that, where you can like dip backwards and have your back sensor covered by the lip, and then your front sensor's covered by your fat, and you just kind of shoot people.
I could never.
Yeah, but it also means like when you're like brawling outside the base, like which side of the panel you're on kind of matters. And I've tried, like all of the ones we've moved, I've tried to like put the lip sort of strategically on the side that I think needs more help,
Sure,
which is
yeah.
normally
we
on the
need to fix,
defender's side.
Green under.
Yeah,
Green
green
under
under's
needs
kind
a
of
lip.
weird. It's just because like one side, because it's two panels, one panel has the lip on the inside and one panel has the lip on the outside, and it doesn't make any sense, and there's just like a bump in the middle. So yeah, at some point I might turn that around, but it's kind of a pain because the box on top of it is being held up by that panel, so I have to like prop the box that the base lives in up or something. Yeah.
Could just remove the box.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, because if we move the base down onto the walls, so you have to
Get
like
rid
lean
of
around the
pocket.
pockets.
Get rid of pocket.
Well, you could still shoot it from there. It would just be the same as back pocket.
Yeah, but you have to
like,
wrap your
lean
gun
down
around.
and under.
You can't just shoot from pocket like this and just get a free base.
And then yeah, the box then becomes kind of pointless. But I don't know. We'll see.
It also makes
Zam
plays
was
ball
saying-
balanced.
Zam was saying in the chat that weren't most of the walls in blue indented so that double L's people could tuck in super easy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna assume that's last lines, but yes.
Right.
So like
last lines.
all the lips are on the inside of the base, so that your defender can tuck into the lip, and like even on the outside, like I've put most of the lips pointing towards the base, so that your door defenders who are like standing around waiting for people to rock up. They're like on the lip side waiting for people to come, like that sort
Sure.
of thing.
Same for
'cause our base
facing
is
as well,
like-
right?
Yeah, so facing like all the lips are on the like
Mm.
towards the actual hold spot. Like all that sort of stuff. Even like in yellow where I've moved panels around the front, and in red and stuff, like all the lips are on the side closer to the base, sort of thing, to help defenders out.
I noticed you keep calling it yellow. When you played the tournament, was green yellow as well?
It
or
was green,
yellow
yeah.
green? Okay.
No, so we did use green. It's just kind of been yellow, so like all the walls have yellow paint on them, and there's like a giant yellow light above it. And when we play League, we use red, blue, yellow. But when we do like Nats training, we can just change it to like green, so the base itself is green,
Okay.
but the light above it's still yellow. So I
Right.
call it yellow a lot.
To be fair, there's no reason why we can't just change it to green for League 2. It's just like a history WA thing, I guess, right?
Can
Yeah,
you change the LED lights?
in the
green?
maze,
I mean, we've-
actually,
we've
it's
changed them
just
out
like
before.
it's like a fluoro tube. So I'd have to get it down, go up there and get it down. Last time I tried to pull that one out, it didn't come. Which, so I couldn't get it
happens.
out of its socket. Because I put it in, I put the yellow light in, and it was really bright. So I was like, oh, I'll pull it out, put some black duct tape on it so that it's like over half of it, so it's less bright. And then I like couldn't get it out, so I
Yeah.
just like put the duct tape on it while it was in the ceiling.
Surely just
yeah.
put green cellophane around it. Easy game.
That could work too. But no, people keep asking me when we're swapping it to green, and I keep saying, if you keep asking me, I'm going to change blue to green, and then we'll play red, green, yellow. Just to really confuse people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You
yeah,
can change
zone.
all, like-
Even zone historically, I think Infusion, like Infusion and before that, it was red, blue, yellow as well. So I guess
Yeah,
it
it
probably
used to
has the
be.
same origins of like why it's red, blue, yellow, but zone changed to green once the packs became RGB LEDs instead.
Why is that? Because they could have just kept it as yellow, no?
I've heard stories that it's because some guy at PNC was high when he ordered the new LEDs and accidentally ordered thousands of green ones instead of yellow ones. So they were just like, guess we're changing it. But I don't know how true that is.
I think
Yeah, I kind of doubt that.
my understanding is because they weren't LEDs in Infusion and before that, they were literally just like globes. And yeah, green globes just like weren't as much of a thing. So that's why it was red, blue, yellow. And then obviously LEDs, they're done in an RGB system. So I think I would assume that would be most of why.
It does
but,
make it a bit simpler
I like
to have them as green.
I like the lore of some dude was just high out of his mind and bought some green ones instead. I like that one a lot better. That's quite funny. So that's gonna be my headcanon. I'm happy with that.
I think red green colorblind is more common than red yellow colorblind as well. So I think it might be better to use red, yellow, blue, but just
Someone
for
fact
the
checking.
small number of people.
Screw 'em,
Sucks
it's
to be
funny.
colorblind.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Unlucky.
Make all the teams different shades of green.
true.
Yeah.
I can make
Commander
them all the same
Snake
color.
was Commander Snake in the chat was asking thoughts on how the games were playing compared to Sunny Coast. Obviously, it's a different arena, but was there any observations you guys had? Obviously, before the stream went live, like you guys were talking a bit about dumps. So, does anyone want to, have any thoughts on that?
I mean, we
It was
just
still
did
pretty
2-3 every game.
Yeah.
But
So-
I guess we were the outlier. I think a lot of teams were doing like paddock dumping, like midway through because it's a pretty like crackable arena. But yeah, I'll let like Gaz or Brody talk about that more, I guess, since their teams did something else.
It's a high
Um,
base arena for sure.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to get into the bases.
Yeah. So dumping wasn't really necessary
Maybe
Sure.
because you just like get so many bases anyway. Most games would finish like 8, 9, 10 bases each.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd actually be interested to go and look at the base average, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 24, 25 sort of bases. a
Right.
game.
Is that high bases without dumps happening, or is that dumps were happening?
Yeah, without.
Oh wow.
Both, because teams were dumping, like.
Yeah.
But it's
Wow.
also quite easy to be like, oh, the count's 7, like at home, we should probably dump. But then to also be like, actually, every base's count is like 7 because they're quite easy to get into. So maybe we don't need to dump. And then a lot of your less experienced players will just be like, it's dump time, hit the button.
Hit the button.
But like, if you just keep playing 2-3, it's probably fine because a lot of everyone's base is going down.
Bro, you're gonna have the
guess there's,
Catalyst
like-
boys are gonna be down at the next one for sure. That's the magic word. 2-3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do when you're the
Catalyst
best team in the
guys?
maze. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Your team's stacked. You play 2-3.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Would you let Catalyst come down and play as a team, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said in the like Rampage Discord. Is like, if WA teams will do a bit more like, please don't make stack teams, but the interstaters can go as nuts as they want, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, get
if
the,
Catalyst want to come down, it probably ups what I consider a stacked WA team. But other than that, yeah.
get the
do whatever you
Zeltec
like.
team across.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing. Well, while we're at it, why don't you guys all tell me about how your own teams.
I'll say it again.
Hello, everyone. I think we're back. Chat, let me know if you can see us and hear us and stuff. Yeah, I was just saying to the boys. So my internet, I got better internet, but at the end of the day, I still live with 3 other people. So if they're all watching Netflix or whatever, I think, and I'm also still on Wi-Fi, so I need to get like a Wi-Fi extender or something. Otherwise, you know, fucking butterfly flaps its wings and then my fucking shit disconnects. So, amazing. I might just double check as well that it's all happening. Because no one's saying anything.
It looks like it's going.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
It looks like it's going for you guys.
Mhm.
It's on the
Amazing.
intermission thing for me.
Oh, really?
I'm looking at myself right now. I'm chilling.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
okay. I might be done. Oh, it's
Maybe
working for me. No, I'm stuck.
Refresh your shit. It's good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Reload.
All right. I don't know what the chat heard, but I had just asked what was everyone's own experience with their teams, and then my shit blew up. So, as you were, gentlemen.
I'll go back to glazing plank again and say that he got 18k a lot of the times. 17k, kind of carrying, but not too much.
Team
Right.
effort.
He's
Just
only
casual
averaged
idea.
13-8.
Bro,
Yeah.
I swear to God. I think first game, Jackson and I are walking in, and he looks at me and he goes, so I was watching some of their training games, and I don't think I saw Plank drop below a 17k game. And we came out and he scores 17k. So, like, I don't know. But nah, team game. We somewhere
Yeah.
else.
we had the advantage of having like a hella stacked team, right? So like my plan was just to get 10 bases every game, and it worked most of the time. Like that was all it really is, just do 2-3,
Great plan.
get 10
Great plan.
bases, and like
That's
run
amazing.
at bases till we get them, I guess. But
You only got 8
Okay,
games.
Okay, yeah.
Crazy.
the AK was when I
To describe how much I got carried. The first time I was attacking, I rock up to a base. He clears everyone. I get shot by the last person. He shoots him. He clears everyone again. I get in the base, shoot it 3 times. He clears everyone again. I go home. Like, I don't think I could have been carried any more. It was kind of crazy.
Respectfully, I was watching back the stream, and I don't think there was one time where you shot a person during a base tag. Just Alex.
No, actually never. Like, there would be it would be, I'd hop in. He goes, just take. And I'm like, I'm just looking up. I was looking up at the base I'm taking.
Just doing one of these ones.
Yeah, just like, I'm a league player, bro. Like, I'm just standing there.
Want to talk about the rest of your team? We're just going to keep on glazing.
Oh, bro. I could probably glaze the whole night, to be honest.
That's great.
But, nah, like, we would have Jackson last line, which, you know, he's okay. He's okay.
He's alright.
He's alright. And then whenever he was going out, Plank would just fill for the rest of the game, sort of thing. And then Method was most of the time on a door. Whenever he would float out, he would come back and say he got a base. So, we were just carried so hard. Like,
yeah, Josh was crazy. He only came out with me to get bases, like,
Yeah.
once or twice.
Yeah, there was a time he came out and he put 2 shots in at base, but I didn't expect him to be there so quickly, so I just deny him anyway. Which is great.
You guys have points to spend anyway.
True.
Plank,
Makes it up in 10
we've
seconds.
lost a visual on you, bro.
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
Right. I might try to rejoin on my thingy.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. I
Get
might
the Plank
see if I
picture out,
can,
quick.
Bro, the Plank picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Yeah,
if I
good
can
picture.
set. If I can. I remember seeing the other day I could set a picture for someone, but
Mhm.
what can I do? Nah. It's gone. Or I'm just stupid. I can't find it. That's alright.
No luck.
Well, Plank, you think you can fix your shit. Pug, you got anything else about your team?
Nah, they're just all goats. That's kind of
Goats.
it. Aside from Jackson.
One thing that I want to say about your team is that when Noodle was last lining, his shoulder looked like it was always out, but I could never get it, and it really pissed me off.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when I was playing 4-3, Josh and I would just be staring at staring at each other the entire time. Because like way PK's like maze is, you can't really like sneak in. There's always some dude looking at you. Okay, well from red to blue, guys, red to blue. How am I getting in from red?
You just rounded him.
Okay.
Just
You
run.
just rounded the
Orange,
shield
and then sitting in Jeff looking at red.
Well, I'm playing 4, so I've done my door. I'm a good boy.
You said your door is 4. Alright, man.
There was definitely one time, Brody, where both of us are playing 4, and I sneak past you and take your base, and then give you shit for not watching your door while playing 4, while I'm shooting your base, also playing 4.
Look, that's Stinky's fault. Oh my. Ken was looking at the wrong door.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
to
definitely
answer-
a maze where you can like pop out and float and take base while defending. Very good. Go on, Pug.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's like so small. You can just like run real quick.
Yeah,
Plank's gone again.
Yeah, he's missing.
he's popping it out.
I can still hear you guys. Just make it.
Oh. Yeah, I was just
Honestly,
gonna
there's luscious lots.
Zim said that if there was any chats with dealing with dumps, not really. I don't think we had a team chat at all until finals.
I literally just had because I was saying, and because usually it's Josh for sharks, right? So like my one plan was just like get 10 bases.
2-3.
Like
Yeah,
we didn't
great
need
plan.
anything else really. And-
Exactly.
Love that for you guys.
Your team chat is literally just like 2 seconds before the game starts, whoever's GCing goes around and points at everybody and says a number and then walks off. That's all you need to
There's
do.
more team chats about the chess than about the laser tag.
Hey, we just put our
The
hands
chess
in.
Have fun.
The only team chat we needed was we put our hands in and we said LeBron James before the game started, and then
True.
Goated.
we played.
But yeah, one like awesome thing was that Josh brought his chess board, and that was real fun to like play and judge other people for their chess abilities.
Who was the chess goat at this tournament? I don't care about this WA Clash stuff. No, we're talking about chess. Who was the goat?
Definitely Method. Method.
Yeah,
kinda,
Josh.
He was kind of good.
He's the owner
He
of the
just plays
chessboard.
chess.com all day.
True.
And then there's this one
That's
kid
not
called like Jacko. He filled in for Fluffo when he. What did he do? What did Fluffo do?
He like cramped his leg or something.
He pulled his calf, I think.
Yeah.
He had like an ankle calf problem, like 2 games into training, and then missed the whole comp.
Yeah, so a kid called Jacko filled in for him, and he played a bit of chess too. He's a bit of a nerd.
Is
yeah.
Method playing chess.com? Has he got an online ranking, like a competitive rank and everything?
Yeah, it's around like 1,000, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
1,000, huh? He's alright then.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I thought he said it was around like 1,200, but I could be wrong.
1,200, selling him short, bro.
I don't know. If it's in
What do these
the
numbers
chat,
mean?
if it's in the chat, you can let us know.
Thing is, though, over the board is way different to like online chess. Your brain just works differently. So I think he's way better over the board than online.
Right.
Hmm.
Bro, Dizzle, are you a chess connoisseur as well? What's your
No,
rating?
not really.
Bro? What's your rating?
My rating, I think it was 900, but over the board I'm much better. Online is just shit.
You just psych people out when you can see them in person, huh?
Yeah, like
Bullshit
dodge.
or something.
You know,
Sure.
I'll like pop one of these and they're like misplay. You know,
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. No, that's cool. All right. Well, I mean, there's admittedly, I guess, not much more to say about your team, Pug and Plank, because you just 3-2'd and got 10 every game and just won all the time. So I don't really want to talk about you guys anymore. That's
hey, you
boring.
didn't
Yes,
mention
sir.
that.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Oh, kind
I can
of.
hear right from my phone.
We're missing people. I can hear myself from your phone now, but I can't see you anymore. Hold up. Back to the intermission. This is a hot mess.
We're in a different order.
Oh no!
We're in a completely
It's wrong.
different order, but we're back. And for some reason, I
fixed
can
us now.
still see. I can see Phantom Plank. Hold up.
No way.
There's 2 Phantom Planks.
Oh, they're everywhere. Planks everywhere.
Oh no.
Whatever. We just have a mysterious guest joining us. That's what we'll say. An eavesdropper. I've lost my thing. Bro Dizzle, talk to us about your team, bro. I'm sick of talking about the team that just won every game doing fucking nothing.
Yeah, so true. So from the start of the comp, okay. I need to mute myself, please. I can't deal with it. Okay, whatever. So from the start of the comp, we were kind of thinking that I was going to be main attack with Diego, and you have Dart, Cool Beans, and Stinky at home. That kind of evolved into Lilbo and Dart staying out, then Stinky and I being 3. Just because of the way that the maze works, both doors can push out the same time.
Sure.
And Cool just stays in 5 because he's a shitter. So then
There you go.
Diego and Dart got
Sums
their
up the
bases
D rank.
alright. Dart mostly got his bases quite quickly, and then swapped with me. And then I'd get my bases and Diego got his bases and so we'll just get shit tons of pack points. Stinky was very good at like pushing out and just getting a lot of pack points. His GRC was like 250 at like on day 3. And then during finals, like during Ascensions and Grand Finals, he still carried on that TR. So lots of pack. PK is just a maze where you get lots of pack points because it's like all congested into like one area, except for blue. Blue's kind of like off to the side. But between red and yellow, there's a lot of pack points to be had because it's so close.
Sure.
Cool Beans at the start of the comp did not like Laser Force at all. He was very bad at it. Very, very bad. He couldn't get used to the shoulders, and he just kept like getting shot off his gun a lot.
He got, like,
Once he got better at
game.
that though, he was a very good last line. There was a couple times where it's just like his ears just don't work, and he just doesn't hear shit. But shit happens, whatever. Dart, like I was saying before, a lot of butt stuff he did. Running in at bases. Sorry.
Love doing butt stuff. He's a fiend for butt stuff. He can't get enough.
Yeah,
Him and Diego, man. They love it. Anyway.
They love
So
doing
yeah,
it
they got
together.
their bases pretty good.
all the time.
No, not without me. What? Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Who else did I yap about? Yeah. That was a pretty good comp for me. I did pretty well, but like on pack points and all that. Diego had a pretty good comp as well. He adapted quite quickly. During training, he was having a very rough time. Mostly because he saw the laser shoot someone and it just wouldn't die. That could be for a number of reasons. One reason in particular is some of the gun, like, can we get a phaser up? Like, show like that. So you've got the barrels, like the AR comes out of like the bottom one, and then the top one there's like the actual laser that you see.
Right.
Because they're like different, like on different, like one's higher than the other, pretty
Is
much.
the IR not out of this one?
Sure.
IR's out of the bottom. Guess.
It's the bottom one is the IR, and the
Damn.
laser comes
Lasers
out
that top.
the top hole. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
And because some of the lasers are like skewed, it's kind of misleading on where your IR is actually going. But once you kind of get used to like the different phases, you're pretty much all good. Anything else to mention? Yes. So during Ascensions, I think we dumped every game except for one.
Love that for you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that
it
because
wasn't on purpose.
you were in a losing position and had to?
Yeah.
Sure.
Had to, yeah, kinda. It's also just really good for getting pack points, especially at PK where you can just snipe from everywhere. The first game in particular, were you guys on red? Billy's were on red.
I think so.
Yeah, so you guys were on red.
Ascensions.
We're on green, and then Gaz's team were on blue. Gaz, did you dump first game?
Oh,
Like halfway through? Sorry?
Almost certainly.
Yeah, I think both of our teams dumped every game. And Billy Lee's bros just got like, a shit tons of pack. But because both teams dumped, they just had 10 free bases, but they already had those 10 bases before. So the dump was kind of just like, whatever.
Yeah,
It was
you
mostly the
guys.
second team that were
Is this
worried
the
about.
golden game? The first golden game?
Yeah, golden game.
You guys got like 52. We got like 58. So you guys were like pretty close as well.
Oh,
Especially
we
since
can't
like,
hear you, Plank.
Okay.
You might need
I
to.
can hear him.
Oh, you can hear him?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't really know what to do differently. Can you just maybe disconnect your microphone version of you and then reconnect it, mate?
Yeah. Sure.
Let's see how that goes. Far out. What an absolute mess of a stream. I love it. Love it. Billy Lee's. We can talk about Billy Lee's. We'll talk about Billy Lee's soon once you're all finished talking about your teams. Who was in the grand final, by the way? I'm going to assume Pug, Plank, and Pug, your teams were in the finals, but who else was in there?
Yeah. Brody's team and Gaz's team.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all in the finals.
All three of us are in the finals, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Somehow.
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. I can hear you now, man. Amazing. Well,
Gaz did have no fan.
It's true. Nah, I think you did. You like Brody. Your team did good. Like, I definitely remember. Like, not just your team, but like all the interstaters were way better than I thought they would be. Literally on day one, and like we were doing training, and I was like doing training with my team, and like a bit against your team too. And I'm just like, well, Blank's team's gonna win because the only time they were not gonna win is if Pug and Noodle was shit, and they just like weren't. Everyone was playing well above expectations for like coming to Laser Force, and like there's definitely those teasing issues you mentioned, like with Beans and Bo and stuff, and I definitely noticed it a lot. Like on the first day, I'm just like rocking up to the base, I'm getting free shoulder tags, I'm getting free gun tags. They're trying to shoot me and just like complaining that they shot me but they didn't hit the sensor and like all that sort of stuff. And then like by finals they were just fine. Like they were fine. They were playing like they're doing H Pro. Their shoulders are tucked away. I'm not shooting them in the gun. They're like winning duels against me and stuff. So like 2 days is all it took them to really get it.
Good players are good.
Yeah.
Good players are good players are good because they're good players.
Actually, yeah, like specifically, like Diego and Finn, like they kept fucking dodging my shots and stuff in finals, and like from the start, it's like they improved massively. Like,
100%.
Well, wait, Gaz, tell us about how what your team's experience was over the course of this tournament, and then maybe we can wrap this up with a little bit of a discussion about how the grand finals went. But
yeah, so I don't know. Our team was good. Like we were sort of predicted to come like 5th or 4th or something like that. So we're expecting to lose to some of the WA teams, and like we were definitely losing games. Like I don't think we actually won a game until day 2. Like we were getting a lot of seconds and thirds and stuff. Muffin was crashing out a lot, trying to like GC, and like Finn was GCing a bit. And I was just kind of like playing 4, just like hanging around, getting both my bases from defense, just standing around. It was good because I could sort of focus on running the comp. I don't think we really like team chatted much at all. My team might have done it without me, but I was often coming out of games and then like trying to desperately make sure things were still running smoothly after immediately playing. But like everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. They all seemed to pick it up quite well. Weston had a lot of problems like knowing when he was out of power. That's something we haven't really.
I think
all
like everyone did. Like every interstate player did. Because there was a time that I'm standing on the door. I look down, my lights are on. I'm like, okay, I'm going. I get turned for baselining. yeah. To the untrained eye, it's not super intuitive. It's something like we might look into trying to change if we can. Like,
so what's different about it?
Out of power, it like
it won't flash.
You don't flash white.
You'll come up with your colors. So it's like it
very
dim. You'll get a sound saying that you 3 lives left, or I think right, or 2 lives left, or something. And then you'll shoot your trigger when you're deactivated, and it'll say something like you have no lives left. If you miss that because you're trying to give a comm or something, you'll look down, you'll see that you're up, and you're like, okay, I'm going to keep on playing. But then you'll have like one of the WA players being like, go charge, and it's just like, oh damn.
Because when you run out of power, your pack will say power depleted, or you're out of power or whatever. And it says that like when you run out of power, and then it doesn't say it again for another like 10 seconds. So yeah, if you miss the first one, you're just standing around like, oh, I've got power, obviously. And like normally it would be like your pack lights go dim and like solid, so it would look different normally. But we play with like the pack lights at like half brightness, and that doesn't affect the out of power lights. So it's very similar. They just like don't flash.
Right.
So they're like sitting there like solid. Whereas when you're up, they like flash back and forth.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, so if you're not used to that, you look down, you're like, my lights are on, and then you jump to base and you're out of power. Yeah, because Western got termed 6 times, and I think most of them were the jump.
Actually, there was a time he's full on deactivated. He still has lives, but he's just like going over red like this, and he just keeps on going. Like...
That's crazy. Yeah. Actually, I think like Ace is termed way more than any WA player did. If you look at like them stats, it was actually crazy.
Western's in the lead with 6. Second is Jacko, but that's because he's never played basic back.
Yeah.
Plank, you got termed 3 times.
Yeah, for sure.
It's literally just Western. Oh, and Noodle got 2 each.
Time that Jackson gave him a turn for something, or Noodle, sorry, gave him a turn for something. He walks out, walks back in deactivated.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That sounds like a sort of certified Western moment.
That's your mate, by the way. That's your mate.
That's crazy. What a stud. Awesome.
Tell us about your team, guys.
I was talking about Western. Yeah, no, they all picked it up quite quick. Finn definitely the GOAT because he was captaining most of finals day and like lead attack, and he's doing it in a maze he's not familiar with, on a system he's not familiar with. He's the highest interstater on the final solo ladder. He came 7th after like the 6 top WA players, because Muffin's down there somewhere. But he's like the top of
14th?
Muffin was 14th. But yeah, so Finn's the top interstate player in the final solo ladder. Like, he was doing good.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It went well. We didn't expect to make finals. Like, I was literally like briefing the staff member I had on when Ascension started. I'm like, there's a small chance you might have to like do some stuff while I'm playing finals. But like, my team's not going to make finals, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then we did make finals. I'm like, well, shit. Now you've actually got to like run torn and stuff.
Yep. Sorry, mate.
Pretty much, but yeah, no, we're very, very happy to come 3rd, because we were definitely like kind of being like, are we gonna come like 6th or 5th, like, because we were kind of predicted to be 4th, but yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if we come 6th. Sort of based on how day 1 went, but yeah, we kind of locked in on the last.
There's also like we've been activated who were like slated to be in finals, but they kind of like fell off a bit towards the end of the comp.
Yeah, they were doing really well at start, but then I don't know, something happened.
Crashed out.
Who was on that team?
Yeah, they were predicted that's Noobs, Diggy, Tech Deck 205, Sawdust, and Keelos. So they were predicted 3rd. Like, could have beaten Bean's Boyfriends. Like, if Bean's Boyfriends had been worse than they were, but they had some rolled ankle injury types things, and Declan was our only Tech Deck was our only game-stopping injury on the second day. He rolled his ankle bad enough that he was on the ground for a bit.
Him and Noodle collided.
Yeah,
that was in Laser Ball though. That wasn't even in like the main comp.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did. They tanked on the last day pretty much. But everybody else like
WA tanked.
True, WA tanks. That's the team. It was on it.
Amazing. All right. Well, what's that Brutism?
Star players, MVPs. For Gaz's team, I think Finn is star player.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do an MVP for each team that was in the grand final. We can just do that.
Blank. If I wasn't picking Blank, I'd probably pick Method, because kind of goaded on a door, and then he'd leave, come back with a base. So
what else could you ask from your door defender, bro?
Exactly.
You're 4.
I mean, probably couldn't get denied as much, but you know.
What's tonight's stat?
I don't know.
Guys has got the stats there, I think.
Look, during finals, he got denied 0.7 times. on
Yeah,
average.
That 0.7 cost
How much
us.
did I get
Snake,
tonight?
on the other
How much
hand,
did I-
averaging
Yeah, yeah.
0.3 across
Yeah.
all
Point
games.
3. Wow.
Yeah, because
Stop.
Riley was like first in the rotation. There was like me and him out, and there was a few games where he just like we kept doing the same setup for bases, and he just got denied like every time we cracked. But you know, it happens.
That's my captain.
Hell yeah.
Snake would he would there'd be duels where he would like shake violently.
Yeah.
And you can't hear the pack sound. Like he's just gone and you cannot hear anything. Like it was the funniest shit to see, but I don't know how legal it was.
Right. It's like, is it like you can't hear it over the sound of the pack rattling, or just them moving the pack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Just how much the pack was like moving on their
Right.
on their clothes.
Interesting.
It was funny.
yeah.
It was pretty good to see.
Love to see that.
Kaz, who's your MVP?
Yeah.
Whichever twins' idea it was to bring me chocolate milk in exchange for fancy logon cards.
It was Noodle.
Noodle, then. There you
Go
go.
to we got those champion cards.
We haven't
Whatever
talked about the chocolate milk. WA's chocolate milk is the best chocolate milk
It's actually-
in the country.
Yeah.
It is
We've
so
got several
good.
chocolate milk flavors that are exclusive to WA, and they're the best ones.
What's different about them? Are they like richer? Are they creamier? Are they a bit thicker? Like, what's going on?
Yes, all of the above.
Like the chocolate taste is just so it's more prominent than like oak or some shit.
Right.
But yeah, it's just so
It's
nice.
the best.
And I'm kind of sad that I don't have it right now.
Yeah, I think methods of the chat. I think he's actually right. It's not that WA's chocolate milk is good; it's that all the other states' chocolate milk is bad.
Right.
That's right.
It's like
we can bring
barely
some
tastes
over.
like chocolate.
Yeah.
We can bring some over for Nats.
Sweet.
Please, I'm begging.
Guys fanning for a chocolate milk.
I
Was
need
it like
so
all brands
bad.
are better? Or
What
was
was
it like
that?
one particular brand that was better?
No, what was it? Is it Browns? I think.
Browns. I think.
Browns is the best
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Does it have
Yeah,
like
it makes-
a good mouthfeel?
It makes you brown.
Yeah, true.
Amazing. How did this grand final go? Like, what was it just the Billy Lee's, whatever they're called, Billy Lee's people, just dominating the show,
We won the
everything?
first
Was there
two
some
games.
like unexpected outcomes?
Wait, we won one.
Like,
We won one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I said first two. You guys won the
The
last.
very
one.
last game, Billy Lee's Bros lost their first game of the comp.
Second?
or they
by-
came second.
Actually, that's our
second
second
game.
game that we lost. Because
Oh,
there was
yeah.
another game.
Oh
that we
yeah.
played
That's
that
right.
we
That's right.
accidentally swapped colors with Brody's team.
Oh,
So we got
sick.
0 scored. Yeah, it's
Sick.
great.
Love that for you
Tsunami
guys.
beat us.
So yeah, Tsunami got. Oh no, something. Paddle will get their first win out of that too.
Oh yeah, Paddlepool.
Is
Go
that their
to-
only win?
It's-
That would be
it's-
their
Surely
only win.
not. Did
No,
they beat
okay, they
Cthulhu?
won. No, they won 3 times.
No,
It's
nice.
fine.
How did the rest of this grand final play out? What was the story of the grand final?
I believe we were like 20k up in the first game, and also
Oh, yeah.
similar in the second game. So it was
Yep.
kind of.
The Vikings special.
17k
Yeah.
up on the first game, and then 11k up in the second game, and then you came second by 1,000 points in the third game. So
Yeah,
we're bringing it back. Couple more games.
we're kind of
Beans
thinking.
beans
We're
for-
kind of thinking, what if we just troll Brody's team in the third game?
That was throughout the entire like grand finals. We just had 2 people on you guys the entire time,
Yeah.
and it still didn't
Oh,
work.
It felt like that. It for sure. Like towards the end of the comp, it was just like every team was kind of following our attack. That's kind of what you had to do, you know.
Mm.
The self glaze is crazy.
I didn't mean it like that, but
To be fair, I think Jackson and I were standing in a base, and we were comparing you to Runt on Laser Force. It was that, or we were comparing ourselves to like. to other Vikings while
Right.
he was running, carrying us.
Amazing. So it was a
Oh,
super exciting, thrilling, tension-filled, edge of your seat grand final.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
A lot of
Love
dumps.
Love to
Just
hear
because we
it.
had team shows. You know.
I think Riley sent a clip before, but that was in like 2 streams ago. So, Commander Snake, if you're still in the chat, could you send that clip again?
I copy pasted it, so I probably still have
Oh, did
the
ya?
link.
Let's see.
Yeah. We can watch this clip. Bear with me, everyone. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, send me Josh.
That's that's wild.
All right. We'll see if this crashes my fucking stream again.
What's up?
Can we all see that?
Yeah.
Amazing. How I don't know what we're looking for, but
We're watching Blue Base.
Okay.
And Clash in second place.
who's the sneaky sausage doing that?
What?
Scooby,
I
I
didn't even
think.
see.
For
What?
quite a while
Oh,
now.
right,
I wonder
okay.
if we'll see something.
It's a green player that comes in
Yeah.
backdoor
Because they're
while
just
Snake's holding
falling,
under in
further
his
and
blue.
further
Yeah,
behind of,
For context for
Diabolical.
this
Clash in
clip,
second place.
Riley's supposed to, like, he was like talking to me, like the ref at the time, about closing the door to the pack room, because at a certain time of day, the sun just glares straight in the arena, and it just blinds everyone that like walks
Yeah,
past.
because the pack room, like the door between the pack room and the foyer, is like lined up with the door between the pack room and the maze, and so which is also lined up with the front window of the store, which points west. So if the door to the pack room and between the pack room and the foyer is open, then the sun comes directly in through the window, through the pack room, and into like the blue base half of the maze.
That's quite the lineup you've got going on there. That's sick.
Yeah,
The sightline's
it's
crazy.
a nightmare. Because it also points directly at the counter. So at like 5 p.m, you just can't serve people at the counter because you just get blinded by the sun.
Yeah, sure. That's funny. Amazing. Well, if there's any other clips that people want to send in, we can have a look at them. If you guys have
Let's see that
any,
laser ball a little bit.
yeah,
We
you
can
can talk
watch
about
the
laser
one-
ball as
You
well.
can watch the one with Pug as well.
Yeah, it's the Puglet. Get that one up.
If you someone send me the clip either in the chat or on Facebook or whatever, I can pull it up. But Brodizzle, how was laser ball?
For some teams it was real fun. For other teams, not so much. So one team in particular was Cool Beans, Stinky, I think Dorky. Do you have the laser ball schedule up, guys?
I don't have where teams placed.
Yeah, but the Stinky Cool Beans team. Who was that with?
I've
Let me
got
check that one.
Stinky, Cool Beans,
Was
Muffin.
Dorky on that team?
Yeah, and Doki.
Yeah,
They had a
yeah,
great
cool.
time.
yeah.
Because our grand final game against them, we were just like shit talking so much back and forth. Because like
Yeah.
you got
Well,
the thing
okay,
you gotta
they
understand,
started it.
like the best part about Laserball is that when you score a goal, there's like a 30-second wait time between the next round where you get to walk back to your base. But that's also the perfect time for smack talk. So like they score the first goal and they all instantly start popping off and just like go yeah, good, and then like we score the next one and we just start doing it back. And so the whole game
Yeah.
we're just like absolutely popping off anytime anyone scores. It was great fun.
It's pretty good. I
But
looked
they
at
do.
Noodle, and I scored a base. I look at him and I go, "Yeah, Noodles, yeah!" And he starts jumping and like, he starts going. I just don't. We're jumping all the way back to our base and screaming all the way back to our base.
And this is like the 4th place knockout game.
That's sweet.
We did do a chest bump.
That's awesome. Amazing. And I'm sure no packs were harmed in the chest bump for Gaz's sake.
not at all, not at all.
Pug, yeah. What was your impression of laser ball as a, you know? I mean, obviously, I think we call it speed ball or zone ball or something. When you can play it on like a Helios system or something. But what was your impressions of laser ball?
I thought it, like, at the start we were obviously shit, but like it was pretty fun. It was unique, so it was a good thing to play. It's just a lot of like, you need a line or something set up, and as soon as you shoot someone, you kind of need to make your move based on that. And we didn't really do that until the end of the ascension sort of thing. And it was also wild to like, when you shot someone, you could it was reset or something, right? You could reset them.
Yeah, there's like resets.
Yeah. So like, it would, your pack would give you a sound when you could shoot them when they were down, so they wouldn't be able to come back up again.
Black pack for
Which is kind of
noobs.
cool.
It's a bit different.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do it to one person like back to back though. You have to either shoot someone else or you need to get like your teammate to shoot them as well. So you can't just like juggle one person. You have to cycle multiple.
So the way it works is you have regular dead time where you're dead, and then you have 1 second right before you react of unsafe time where you can be shot, unless the person shooting you is both the last person to shoot you and you're the last person they shot. So in most circumstances, you can just be killed in the last second of your death time. And when you point your phaser at somebody, you'll get like a lock-on tone. Your pack will make a noise, like it makes like a did sound to be like, pull the trigger now, you're shooting at something you can kill. So it's pretty easy to like black back people in laser.
I mean, yeah, if you have a full fucking second for it,
yeah, you've got a full second, and your pack is like, shoot now, dumbass, and you're like, okay. But like, you can't do it if you like shoot someone and then they just like stand around next to you and you try and shoot them again without killing anything else.
You can actually like
spawn.
You can bait that as an attacker too. Also, if like if you get shot by a defender or whatever, and then they don't shoot anyone else, you can respawn and win the deal most of the time.
Yeah. So then there's a bit of strategy where you like, your defender has to like call someone else over and be like, come reset this guy because he's gonna react on me, and you can shoot him and I can't, sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very like teamwork oriented game.
Yeah.
And I know our team Bug didn't really do much team talking about how to play laser ball.
No,
like the first
that's
couple of
what
games, we'd like come back from the goal scoring, and I'm like, all right, let me explain this one laser ball mechanic. All right, we're going again, and then we come back. All right, let me explain the next one.
And the resetting's only a thing too, because like since it's not zone emulation for laser ball, if we don't have it on, it's like deactivated person has the advantage.
Yeah, because we can't change the we can't edit the wake up order, so it like just all happens at the same time. Like your sound starts, you can shoot, your lights come on, it all happens at once, which means like the dead person just walks up to you, pulls their trigger as fast as they can, and kills you the second they spawn with like no warning. Which is why we play with that like 1 second reset, so at least because that's significantly less toxic than that. But yeah, it makes for some interesting like attacking strategy.
So
Guys,
like,
can you turn off like the when like you're looking at someone?
I think so, but it would be really hard to like blackback them then.
That'd be good.
You'd literally have to. You would just have to. You would sit there shooting them. Like you would just spam them while they're dead.
Which I think is better. If I'm gonna be honest.
Eh.
But it's more skill than just like, oh, I hear a sound, shoot. Like it's a full second. That is ridiculous. If you turn it off, it's like a more skill expression.
Yeah, but you're still like 2 shots a second, so you just sit there shooting them over and over until they die, and you're like, okay, cool, I stop shooting them.
That's if you're.
Oh, it's happened again. Apologies, everyone. Hello, everyone. We're back for the third time,
Fourth
or
time.
maybe even fourth time. Fuck.
Yep.
hell.
So many roundup streams.
Yeah,
Fourth
yeah, they're
round.
literally, yeah. They'll all be like an individual VOD, which is just cooked.
Mm.
Anyway, we've pretty much reached, like, we've kind of talked about almost everything, so I'm just gonna wrap it up now because my net's just gonna fucking cut out again in like 2 seconds time. Fucking hell. Echo, amazing, and there's an echo now. Love that.
Oh, is that my fault?
No, I don't know. Wax just said echo, nothing else. But has anyone
Yeah,
else
Wax
got
is shit.
some closing thoughts or statements or anything like that they want to make?
Yes. Wax, you're shit. Come to the next clash. Prove you're not shit. There you go.
There you go. Yep. Any other
Wax, if you want to prove
messages?
that you're not shit, join my team. Join my team.
Everyone should come to Clash instead of Pre-Nats 3 for next year.
There's no pre-nats 3 anyway.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
only like a pre-nats 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you've got
okay.
money saved because you were planning on 3.
True. There you go. He has no excuse.
That's right.
He's just he's scared that I might beat him on the solo ladder. It's understandable.
Solada schmolada.
Amazing.
It'll be better
Yeah.
than Clash 1, so you got to be there. Clash 2.
And everyone had it already an amazing time at Clash 1 for some reason. Oh, what's this? There we go. Oh, it's the Billy Lee's
Yeah.
jerseys. Everyone at Billy Lee's. Oh, is that the owner there in the middle? That's awesome.
Yeah, it is a bit of a
Yeah.
Is he the owner or is he just some guy that works there?
No, he's the owner. He's actually the owner. Like,
Okay. Crazy. That dude's so confused the whole time. He's just like, why have you guys started a Billy Lee's cult?
Why not? Should be the question.
Awesome. I guess that's the real reason to come to Clash is you get to try Billy Lee's for yourself and this chalky milk that everyone's
Oh, yeah,
talking
like-
about.
Yeah.
I'm convinced
Why is
Diego
Josh being
found like
freaky?
new meaning. No, it's just chilling. It's just chilling.
He feels like strangling Muffin as well.
Right. If you come to Billy Lee's, you'll find like new meaning to life when you try the pork belly fried noodles.
True.
Right.
Oh. That and chocolate milk. That's what I'm missing out on. Holy.
Amazing. Well, yeah,
And then
WA
yogurt flavored
Clash.
soju.
WA Clash seems like it was a massive success. There's going to be another one in December. There's a Facebook event for it, so you can join that now to stay up to date and stuff. And yeah, if everyone already had an amazing time at the first one, and the second one's just going to be better, then you're going to be missing out, I guess. I know I'm definitely going to try and make the trek down if I have the time / the funds. I'll do my best to make that happen. So, and there's a team cap of 13 teams, says Commander Snake. So there you go, get in
And there's already a team in there or something like that. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
free rego for
Team
interstaters.
Yeah, so the Rego is $600 a team, minus 200 for every interstate player you've got. So if your team has 3 or more people who don't live in WA, you don't have to pay a Rego cost. You literally just show up. So
It's good.
yeah, get yourself and 2 of your friends and some WA locals, and then come and play.
Yeah. So
That's
Wax
amazing.
Has no excuse.
Yeah, amazing. That's really cool. That's really cool that you're doing that as well.
Oh yeah, Gabby made this flyer.
Oh, is this for what's this for? Is this for Zoltak? Ha!
I think this is the meme one that was made after the Zoltek one.
Right. Awesome.
That's why it has Zoltek 2027 crossed out and WA Clash.
With
2
the,
written.
is it the
Right.
Brown's milk?
That is
Yeah.
the Brown's chocolate milk.
Holy.
Labeled,
Yeah.
and there's a quokka for some reason.
W.
Best maze I've ever been in. So
Got
it's
it.
pretty good.
That's a direct quote from Noodle's feedback form. So there you go.
Yeah, he's glazing.
All right. Fuck yeah, everyone.
I'm
gonna wrap it up.
The truth.
I'm gonna wrap it up there.
True.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. You guys for joining me for this absolute mess of a stream because my internet kept cutting out. Thank you for the chat. Those of you that have stuck through the stream cutting out 3 or 4 times, thank you. And I got nothing else to say. We've all said our piece. Come to WA for Chocky Milk. That's all. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Laters.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for stream.
Bye.
I love
No
you.
worries.
I love you.
Oh god.